Okay, I bought a MacBook for the first time after using Windows for about 21 years. Yeah, I was born and started using Windows. That said, today I will show you my first experience with my new MacBook and we'll see what's special about this laptop and why people like this thing that costs like 2 laptops and 3 PCs. And spoiler alert, this was a really good experience and I was so impressed that I'll probably never go back to Windows. Or will I? Let's figure that out. Okay, as usual, before we start talking about the key points, let's look at the story behind this purchase. Alright, it started when I got interested in YouTube. To be honest, I started YouTube a while ago. And I bought my PC for that purpose 3 years ago. But sometimes I started to burn out of ideas. And in general, I saw my PC as a workplace. I couldn't even play games on it, because when I started playing, everything still felt like work. I had heard many times that to fix this, you need to change your environment, like working somewhere in a cafe or a library, to be more efficient. And I was like, okay, should I buy a laptop now? Because with a PC, changing your environment is kinda impossible. After that though, I genuinely got lost in the idea of buying a portable device to make this new environment idea happen. I spent months looking at laptops. Of course, I looked through tons of options, gaming laptops, ordinary Windows laptops with powerful processors, mostly. But in the end, I settled on a MacBook because I heard a lot of good things. Great battery life, easier to work on, more productive, and the classic opinion, it's Apple, they don't make trash. So I was like, okay, why not give it a shot? I already knew it was great for gaming, so I decided if I want to play games, I'll use my PC. But for work, I'll use the Mac. And finally, I bought a MacBook Air M4 with 16GB RAM and 2K 13.6-inch screen and all that. I choose this model because I really like thin and compact devices rather than big pro models. I thought if this isn't going to be my main work device, why should I buy the expensive one? I'd rather upgrade my PC with that money. And on top of that, it was cheaper than the Pro and other Air versions. At least the model is the latest one. From those specs, you might expect something basic, but the thing I encountered were honestly amazing. The first thing I noticed as soon as I unpacked it was, of course, the wonderful design. Everything is so smooth, and the important thing is there's an Apple logo on the back, which means a lot to my show-off ego. I admit that logo influenced my choice by 30-40% when I first looked at this laptop. But jokes aside, I chose this silver color because it was the cheapest one, and honestly I don't like the other colors. They look bad to me. I actually liked silver because it gave a luxury feel while using it, and it's also the most iconic one. But color isn't that important to me. What matters is the design, and it's pretty thin. I can grab it with 3 fingers, but I didn't try it too much because I could drop it and this thing costs a fortune. And yeah, reviewing Apple design feels pointless. Like, what am I gonna say? It's good, of course it is. It's Apple. So let's stop glazing over this and move to a more important part than just aesthetics. As soon as I opened my MacBook, I noticed it runs faster than I expected. I've used PCs my whole life, but mostly old, slow ones. The kind you turn on, then make coffee, cook dinner, eat it, and still wait for it to boot up. And that was a while ago. My current PC has an SSD and a 16GB RAM, so it's decently fast, boots in about 15 seconds. But even that feels slow compared to my MacBook M4. It wakes from sleep in what feels like a nanosecond. And yeah, I know it's just sleep mode, but here's the thing. On Macs, that's what everyone uses. No one shuts these things down. And even when you do restart it, it's still fast. Then I realized, wait a second, this thing doesn't make any noise. Like, at all. It's silent. It's so weird. I'm used to Windows laptops sounding like jet engines. And this thing, dead silent. No fans, no vents, blasting heat in your face. And turns out, there are literally no fans inside. And it still doesn't get hot. The metal chassis itself cools it. It's wild. Look, this is my PC's noise. And this is my new MacBook's noise. Literally no noise here. After a minute, I started installing my stuff, but it was hard at first because the trackpad and keyboard were inconvenient. Like I said, I'm a PC guy. On Windows, I never used trackpads, I always used a mouse. I hated trackpads, and I thought I'd do the same with the Mac. But then I realized the MacBook only has USB-C and a headphone jack. So I thought, okay, let's try the trackpad. Oh man, I struggled. I couldn't do anything but move the cursor. I was like, where the hell is the right click? But that only lasted until I watched some YouTube tutorials. After that, it was totally fine. I even started liking it. Now I think there's no point in buying an Apple mouse that costs as much as a kidney. Trackpad is honestly more convenient, for me at least. Now for the keyboard. At first glance, it seems normal, but it's not, especially after using Windows. Tell me please, why is the command key the control equivalent in the alt spot? Why do I need 3 keys just to take a screenshot? Like, why not just use press screen? Why is the language switcher in the way? It's not convenient at all. Okay, let's say you get used to this, but then how do you switch back to a PC? I'm sure some people use both, but after 1.5 weeks, I still haven't figured that out. And then there's the display. Oh my god, it's gorgeous. I know, the camera can't capture it, but trust me, it really feels like an $1,800 screen. Colors are vibrant, the panel is perfectly tuned, and watching anything on it is a joy. Even the brightness is incredible. If you play CS2 and get hit with a flashback, you'll go blind. It's a built-in Retina display, 13.6 inches, 2K resolution, maybe a bit overkill. I mean, are you really going to notice those 2000 pixels on such a small screen? Even at 15.6 inches, it's hard to see the difference between Full HD and 2K. And of course, it's a MacBook, so no 120 Hz. Yeah, you can joke about my 60 Hz, but I've got a 180 Hz monster at home, okay? You can check out my whole setup below in the links. Overall, the display is visually stunning. Apple nailed it. But let's move on to performance and see what else this thing can do. And this how powerful it is, no matter how thin it looks. I won't lie and say things like I tested it in games and 3D performance benchmarks, but actually I'm pretty sure this laptop handles them well. Because before buying it, I watched a lot of videos and most of the time it performs great in 3D programs and editing software like After Effects, which is hard for most PCs. Still, it's not as great as a proper desktop, but if you're an average user, you can enjoy this laptop as a freelancer or even as a studio editor. And don't worry, at this level, it will definitely justify its $1,800 price tag. And I think it's not necessary to mention games here, but still it's a decent for gaming too. It performs similarly to an RTX 3050 laptop, which is not bad if you occasionally game, but I doubt anyone buys a MacBook specifically for gaming. Though hey, who knows what's going on in your mind, my friend. Since we mentioned games, how do you download them on a PC? Of course you use Steam, Epic Games or some other store, or maybe some alternative methods. Either way, you don't need to be a genius. But with a MacBook, I notice you have to use either the App Store, Finder if the software is only on the official site, or Steam. Some software just isn't available for Mac, or it comes in a format that macOS doesn't support. In short, it's not super convenient to get exactly what you want. Your freedom is a little limited. Same thing if you want to sail the high seas, if you get what I mean. It's still possible on a Mac, don't worry, but you have to use less traditional methods. That's why it's harder, but not impossible. I mention this because let's be honest, almost everyone has done it once. Now let's talk about the most popular reason people buy a Mac, productivity. It's hard to say much after just a week of use. You need time to get used to Mac OS first, but I've already noticed a few nice things. Multitasking is super easy. Swipe 4 fingers up and you'll see all your open apps. Swipe left or right and you switch desktops, super smooth. Another thing, syncing with your iPhone. If you turn on Do Not Disturb on your Mac, it activates on your phone too. That's useful. I also send images across devices, write notes that sync, and there's even iPhone mirroring, though I don't really use my phone while working. That's pretty much all I've noticed so far, but I'm sure I'll keep discovering new things. If you've got any useful tips, drop them in the comments. Now, one of the biggest reasons I bought this thing wasn't just for productivity, but for true laptoping. In simple terms, I finally have something I can take to the library, coffee shop, or anywhere. Yeah, I'll admit, I love that vibe of sitting in Starbucks with a ground cappuccino, pretending I'm mysterious and successful. But seriously, when I eventually travel or move abroad, it's way easier to take the Mac than carry my whole PC setup. Just toss in a case, grab a charger, or even use your phone's USB-C, and you're good to go. And about the battery life, it's insane. I used it for almost 2.5 days without charging. First day about 10 hours of learning and writing scripts. Second day watched 7 episodes of Snowfall, still had 20% left. That charger is great too, it's magnetic. If someone trips over it, your Mac stays safe. It just unplugs. Last detail, camera and sound. The webcam isn't better than a Razer or Logitech external cam, but for a built-in camera, it's pretty solid. Great for Zoom or Discord. But the sound, that's what surprised me. It's shockingly good. Balanced, loud, and full. You can watch movies, listen to music, or even play CS2 without headphones. Just kidding, don't do that.
Staying awake till the sunrise. We were in love, couldn't stop us. Like a good drug, never run. We hook up in my car, driving so fast.
In my case, I usually use my Logitech G435s, super comfy, no ear sweat, and barely feel them on my head. I'll drop the link if you're interested. So, do I regret buying it? Not at all. Yeah, Mac isn't perfect for gaming, and it's expensive, but for me, it's been an amazing decision. I finally feel like I've separated work from fun. The PC is for gaming, Mac is for focus, and if I need real power, I still have my PC, but day to day, I'm loving this combo. But I don't see the Mac as my main device anyway, it's a focus tool, not a main. I still love the freedom and flexibility of a PC, and I'm not saying go buy one, but if you do, there's definitely something magical about it. It's not just a brand thing, it feels different. Links below if you want to check out my setup. Now, thanks for watching and take care.